is of utmost importance to every committee and every legislator in the state. And when you can show that when a community can show that there's a great need in their community for the safety of their citizens, we must listen.
I would like to welcome the House Capital Investment Committee here with Chair Mary Murphy. Here she is over here. I really appreciate the fact that you've taken the time to come out here and take a look at the project that we have. I gave you a little bit of background on the bus. But this intersection out here, as you can see, right now this time of day isn't too bad. But as I mentioned on the bus, when the school buses are coming out, the kids are getting out of school, shoppers. Black Friday is just a nightmare out here, but not every day is Black Friday, thank goodness. What we need to do here is pull the frontage road back, abandon this frontage road. Lee, this is our city engineer, and he'll give you a little bit more background and go through the boards and what we're projecting to do. The city has acquired a $644,000 grant. The city is committed to doing $794,000 of this project. It's a little over $2 million. So we have the funding gap of about $794,000. And that's what we're requesting in the bonding bill this session. So we hope that you really take into consideration. And I would also invite you to come back at one of the fun times that I was talking about, which is 3 in the afternoon, 5 in the afternoon, Saturday. But I'd also like to take the time to introduce some people. Eric Johnson is back here. That's our city engineer. I mentioned Lee Mann, our city engineer, but that's our city administrator. I saw Chuck Doherty, Councilmember Chuck Doherty, Councilmember Carly Johnson, our police chief Brian DeRozier, and our public works staff who froze and got out here and put everything up. So thank you very much. But one of the things I mentioned earlier, when the St. Croix River crossing was built, this intersection was outside of the construction limits, so no improvements were done here. There were some improvements down the line, and as I mentioned too, this is one of the only intersections where we have not had a death yet, but we don't want to wait until. And I mentioned to you that a few years ago, my daughter was out here and got T-boned with a brand new car that she didn't even have the new license plates on yet. So after that, I'm going to let Lee talk, and I don't know if I've forgotten anything, but I'm sure you'll fill in the gaps.
You covered most of it. Right.
Thanks. Here, I'll give you this. And then you have the handout, so for your ride to Rosemont, you can just review everything.
Thank you, Mayor. Again, my name is Lee Mann. I'm the city engineer here in Oak Park Heights, and I'm just going to quickly go through these boards to help you understand what some of the issues are that the city, why the city has brought this forward. So on this board right here, we show existing conditions, which you can see out as well, out the side here. This frontage road is very, very close to Highway 36. I'm not sure, as we were coming in on the bus, I'm not sure that there's even enough space there for the bus to straighten out before it has to turn. So very, very close, and that creates.
We can make it.
We did make it. We did make it. But the situation that arises because of the proximity to 36 and the amount of traffic on 36 shows a level of service F. Everywhere where you see these red markings, and you can see it a little bit better on this blow up here, that's a level of service F with a significant amount of delay, which creates the issues of delay and also people making bad choices because they're getting frustrated and impatient, and that's where accidents come into play. We also show here that the current ADT, or average daily traffic on Highway 36, is 38,000. The projection for 2040 is 41,000. So that should let us know that the amount of traffic on this road is higher once this new bridge was opened than was anticipated. And so there is a significant amount of traffic here, and it's gone up significantly, which we'll show on another board as well. This second board here again shows the existing conditions, and on this leg of the frontage road and Norell, the intersection, you can see all the areas that are level of service F. Even though there's some areas that are green, which makes sense intuitively that cars coming in are going to have a free route through here, the level of service of the intersection as a whole is F. As you can see from this chart, and these boxes here show the delays. And in seconds, which are significant. And you can also see that the level of service at 36 in general is a level of service D. Again, you want to be C or above on an intersection. So coming to the next board, on this board here, the other thing that we want to definitely emphasize is the crash rate and the severity crash rate are significantly higher than the state average and the critical numbers that the state looks at as being critical. We're talking about multiple times higher. The crash rate is basically the amount of crashes per million vehicles entering the intersection. And the severity rate is the same calculation, but the crashes are weighted by severity of the crash. Personal injury versus property damage only, and so that's how they calculate the severity rate. And again, both of those numbers are significantly higher at both intersections, both the 36 here and at the frontage road intersection. Significantly higher than the state average and the critical numbers. So the proposed project, you can see we are proposing to pull the frontage road back. The frontage road basically will follow some existing ways through the parking lots of the businesses along here and connect with the roundabout, which will create a significantly more efficient situation for all the traffic in this area using these businesses. And we will be
sidewalks on those frontage roads?
We are looking at sidewalks and trails along there as well. We are taking a look at that as part of the future design.
Are you just looking at it, or are you going to have them?
We probably will have them
we will
because
have,
we have them all the way through the city.
We will have sidewalks and trails. And we are going to cut off the existing frontage roads so there will be no more access to Norell. This board right here shows the traffic over the last 7 or 8 years. In 2012, the traffic was 28,500. Now it's 38,000, and like I said, the projected traffic is 41,000, which we think we're going to exceed that well before 2040. And then this last board here shows
The trucks.
yes, the trucks right now are also 1,300 trucks come through there a day, the large semis. The post-project conditions you can see in relation to our new proposed alignment. We've done a traffic study that would show what the level of services would be for the new intersection, and you can see the difference, level of service A versus what you see over here, level of service F. So that's a quick summary of the project and the traffic issues and how they will be solved.
Well, again, we respectfully ask for your consideration for this project, and I would be remiss to, we've had such great support from Representative Shelley Christensen on this, and Senator Housley will be taking the Senate tour on this at some point too. So this is a really critical project, and we really hope that you consider it. And hopefully, if I missed introducing anybody else, I apologize, but thank all of you. And please take your time to look at all the boards, look at your handout. We're here for any questions that you might have. And obviously, there's coffee and more goodies for you. Take something for the road. But thank you again.
Little Oak Park Heights is just that the little city that could. But as you can see, the businesses around here attract everyone from Wisconsin, from Stillwater, from all over Washington County. So this is a busy intersection, and state help is essential because they're not getting local funds for the help here. So, and any of us that live here know how to avoid this intersection if we absolutely can. So it's an important project for the area, and I want to thank Mary for considering it.